Hello, dreamers. Welcome back to my channel. I am so glad you're here. Lately, life has been asking to focus more on what's happening in my outer world. I've been working a lot, and my family has needed my help, my attention, causing me to take on more responsibilities. As an introvert, I naturally prefer my inner world of self-reflection. Our internal landscape holds our thoughts, emotions, memories, and dreams. It can be a quiet, ignored place that holds our true self. Without a way to connect with it, you can feel disconnected from your life's purpose. The outside world can be so intense with its fast pace, work, social obligations, news of the world, and our to-do list demand attention and energy, often causing us to feel anxious, scattered, disconnected from our true self, making it difficult to feel inner peace and serenity. This past year, there have been so many times when I felt disconnected from my true self. Like I would have to put my dreams and my inner work on the back burner in order to help others. But I know that's not healthy. So I have committed time each day towards creating balance between the two, the outside world and the inside world. For me personally, creativity acts as a bridge between these two worlds. By finding time each day to tap into some creative outlet, I am able to be a better human when I have to go back out there and deal with all the things the outer world demands of me. This way, I'm able to create that inner peace, serenity, and harmony in my life that I crave so much, that I feel we all need in order to be a happy human being. Today, I will share with you some of the ways that I find balance between these two worlds. On busy days when the outer world demands a lot of me, setting a little bit of time to go inward helps a lot. Just a few minutes, 10. I try to take like an hour, but if I can't, 15 minutes a day. Just doing something creative, sketching, watercoloring, journaling. Meditation is another thing I use. Dream journaling is very important to me. I also like to spend some quiet time talking to God, praying, reading spiritual verses, sitting with my eyes closed. This dream quietly reflecting on all the ways that God reaches me in my waking life.
That my dreams, they meant these. They weren't just these neat stories to share with someone. I mean, I guess I knew that for a long time. I always was analyzing my dreams and getting to another layer because I began to see he was reaching into an ancient part of me. Like he was reaching into my soul's journey. Those dreams.
Praying and talking to God directly has been one of the ways that I have grown this year and learned this year. And one of the things that has helped me through the year has been the power of praying for God. Not for God, to God, but it is kind of for Him, you know, for the divine to listen, to just keep me there with whatever prayer I have. For me, it's been wisdom and trust. Those have been my prayers, to grow wise and to trust God's plan for me. Trusting God's plan, especially when it feels like you can't see the path ahead, is very difficult. It's easy to say, I trust God, when everything is going well, right? When the doors are open and the way is clear. But what about when things get confusing? When a door closes that you thought was meant for you, or when you face a challenge that seems impossible to overcome. I think we've all been there. That feeling of uncertainty can be really unsettling. It's human nature to want to be in control and have all the answers. But I've been learning that God's plan for our lives is rarely a straight line. It's more like a puzzle, and He only gives us one piece at a time. We can't see the full picture yet, but we have to trust that the one piece we have is exactly where it needs to be. For me, I've had to learn that trust isn't a feeling, it's an action. It's the daily choice to put your faith in a God who loves you and has a purpose for your life, even when you can't see the why behind what's happening. It's about letting go of our need to control every outcome and instead leaning into His perfect peace. He's not surprised by our struggles. He's already working through them. Another thing that I like to do when the outer world is starting to stress me out is focus on a creative hobby. Usually for me, it's watercoloring or sketching. But one of my favorite things to do is sew. This summer, I created some tote bags, which are available in my Etsy shop. There's a link in my bio. I find that when I sew, I am focused on something outside of myself, outside of my inner world, and I get in this meditative flow. One of the nicest things about these creative projects is they don't have to be perfect. They're not my job, they're my hobby. The goal isn't to create a masterpiece. Maybe someday I will. The goal is to create a moment of peace for myself. And when I'm done, I have this tangible thing that I made, which is wonderful. When I first sit down to create, my mind is often cluttered. The challenges of the day, the anxieties, the unanswered questions, the endless to-do lists, all want my attention. It's in this space that I find myself reaching for a creative project. Usually it's a watercolor brush or my sketchbook with some markers. The act of creating is like stepping into a sanctuary. As I begin my creative process, the noise of the world begins to fade. It's not a forceful process of clearing my mind, but a gentle one. The focus required by the creative act becomes a form of meditation. It allows me to feel my breath, to breathe, to surrender control. I am simply present with my work, and in that presence, my mind finds a rare stillness. It's in this quiet space that something else takes over. My hands move without conscious thought, guided by a rhythm that feels both foreign and deeply familiar. It's as if the divine beings work through me, not by giving me answers in a direct verbal way, but by simply soothing my anxious mind. When I finally set down my tools, in this case my sewing machine, and step back from what I've created, I'm not just looking at a piece of art or a tote bag. I am looking at the evidence of a moment spent in alignment. The challenges that seemed so overwhelming before are still there, but they no longer feel impossible. I return to them with a newfound wisdom and clarity, a quiet confidence that came from somewhere beyond myself. The creative process didn't solve my problems, but it gave me the peace of mind to approach them with a quiet certainty that I was being guided.